The first tune that the jazz band played was called Spring's Awakening, which is a nice way to get us started here. But we're going to close out our set with a nice rocking tune by Duke Ellington called Blue Pepper. This one's going to feature a few soloists. I'll call them out at the end, but thank you. we are now moving along to our 8th grade senior concert. I particularly feel proud of these students because they started and I started. They came in as freshmen and so did I their first year. It was my first year. So as this is their final concert, it feels like a bittersweet goodbye, but I know that they put in a lot of work. I'm very proud of them. So I'm excited to present this concert to this band team because they have done so much work from their 7th grade year to the 8th grade year, now 6th grade, even when they were learning music and the instrument families and some of them, maybe we were asleep but woke up eventually, right? But I'm very grateful to be in front of this band and to be working with these amazingly talented musicians. I'm going to see I think it's almost there. But we'll be opening up with Mr. Sands, one of the Andrew writers. Thank you so much.
All right, congratulations. This is Wilkie in the jazz band. I would like to introduce you to Mr. Sands, who's right up there on the stage. Mr. Will Sands is here with us, partnership with Carnegie Hall, and is with us for the next 2 years, working with our students many days. He's a French horn player, professional French horn player, and he's working with all of the French horn students, all of our bands. He has been a wonderful addition to our staff here, so I'm very happy to welcome Mr. Sands. This is the senior band and fanfare and fireworks. Thank you, Mr. Sands. Next up, we have a student statement. This is Kai. This is Kai. As you're all aware, we lost one of our students this year, and the band is dedicating a piece to our lost student, Eva. And Kai would like to speak about Eva and our memories of Eva and how we dedicated this musical selection for her memory.
On October 4th, 2025, we all lost a student and a friend. If you had the privilege of knowing Eva, you know she was a brave, kind, supportive, and beautiful girl, and she always knew how to make people feel comfortable and safe. She pushed me out of my comfort zone and supported me through things I never thought I could do. A group of us were lucky enough to have had her by our side through good and bad times, and to know she was always there for us to talk to. Even though she's no longer with us, we will always carry her in our hearts, and I hope that others will too. Well, I wish I could see her walk across the stage with us at graduation, which she worked for harder than anyone. I know she was watching and cheering us on. Even though she isn't with us, I find comfort in knowing that she achieved many of the goals she spoke about. Today we honor her by playing a song that reflects the love and joy she brought to the people around her in Sershana Borough.
The senior band has dedicated the piece Psalm 42 in Eva's memory. Next up in the show is change of pace. This is called Russian Sailor's Dance. It is from an actual ballet. So maybe you can imagine a dancing theme here. Has many theme and variations. Hope you enjoy it. Russian Sailor's Dance. you. We have somewhere to get to tonight, y'all, so we're on a time crunch here, but we do have to remind you that these students have been with us for the last several years. I think Matthew said it best today when he got on stage and he said, "This is it, guys. This is our last time on stage." So very important to these students is to be given 1 minute of your time just to tell you what this has meant to them while they've been at Wagner. I'd like to introduce to you Comas and Zaire. This is Zaire's mic.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Coleman,
And I'm Zaire.
and in 2 weeks, we will be graduating from this school. We have been a member of the Wagner Band Program for years. I play the trumpet.
And I play percussion.
When I first started, I could barely make a sound on my trumpet. Now, I've learned how to perform in concerts, work as a part of an ensemble, and challenge myself in music. Band has given me confidence, friendships, and experiences I'll cherish for the rest of my life.
The truth is, programs like these don't happen by accident. They happen because people believe music matters and are willing to support its cause. The instruments we play, the music we perform, the opportunities we have to audition and grow as musicians all require funding. And as many music programs continue to disappear, it's more important than ever to keep programs like ours strong.
This is why tonight, I'm asking you to help the students like me, who will be sitting in my chair next year, the next trumpet player,
The next percussion player,
or the next student who discovers that music is a place where they belong. Please take a moment to scan the QR code on your program and make a donation. Every contribution helps create opportunities for each and every person in our band program. Thank you for supporting our band program, and thank you for supporting students like us.
Hello, Wagner family and friends. My name is Matt, and my friend Darian and I will be holding the QR codes on top of the steps, and you guys can scan the QR codes so you guys can donate for the future kids next year. I will be holding the QR code for the credit card, and my friend Darian will be holding a QR code for Zelle.
If you don't have a program, you're welcome to scan the QR codes right in front of you. And while the band gets ready for our next piece, please do scan so that we can keep the program going. Thank you so much.
Here's 2026.
Let's hear from Max and Darian. Hold on from Zaire. And now we have Mr. Wilkie and the Great Locomotive Chase.
Okay, I think this is.
For the last song tonight, with our last elements, we'd like to play a rock song, if I can find my score, which might be on this chair over here. Oh, there it is. Great. We're going to be playing the final countdown. So thank you again for coming out tonight. Afterwards, we have a little tribute by Miss Buck. So she's going to stop and say our hi Miss Buck, some nice words, and then we will be out of here to go see the Knicks win it tonight. So let's go Knicks. This is the final countdown. I know you can't see them, but we'd like to thank Leo and Dara and Miss Papas upstairs. Miss McCardle and Miss Oaks have been helping with all the lights, all the transitions. We've had over 300 musicians in and out here tonight, so it's been a little bit of a chaotic time backstage. You all will never know. We like to run a smooth show around here. And Thatcher backstage has been running our lights here. Eli also he's on bass drum in the back for our final countdown. So thank you so much to all of you for helping us run the show tonight, and this is the final countdown. fell off his chair there, and he saved himself and kept playing the trombone. We had some music loss, so that was amazing, senior band, and now Miss Buck.
That was the perfect way to end that. Let's hear it one more time for the senior band. I'm so proud to have worked with all of these students for the past 3 years, and just to see their growth. Tonight isn't possible without so many people, but we have 3 very special ones here. First, our guest conductor from Carnegie Hall, Mr. Stan. Thank you so much for being here. Our fearless jazz band and concert band leader, Mr. Jerry Wilson. And Mr. Schneider, concert band extraordinaire from the I am a former band member, and I so appreciate all that it has done for me. Mr. Wilkie has something quick, and then I'll give you some final instructions.
I just wanted to highlight a couple of the soloists in Great Locomotive Chase. I meant to before I went down, but there's so much adrenaline running that I kind of missed that one. So from Logo, we had Amber on her solo here. We had Amber on flutes. We had Ella here on the clarinet. We had Anna on the French horn. Matthew on the baritone horn. And our trumpets here on our solo part here as well too. Please stand, trumpets. Thank you. That was all that was. Thank you.
So, they are